Thyroid and Autoimmune Revival. I'm Naomi Suzanne from Naomi's Home Health, and I'm a holistic health coach that specializes in thyroid and autoimmune healing using natural health solutions. So, today's episode, we're going to talk about the benefits of grounding or earthing. Now, when I was told to do this through my healing, I had no idea what it was. I had no idea why I was supposed to do it, the benefits that I was going to find from it. And it just wasn't explained to me at all. So I had this health coach who just said, go outside and do this. And I didn't know why. I'm somebody who needs to know why I'm doing it and why I'm going to gain the benefits from it. So, grounding or earthing is a therapeutic technique, and it involves doing activities that ground or electrically reconnect you to the earth. It's a physics that is explained. That explains how electrical charges from the earth can have positive effects on your body. So, we have really, come away from grounding and getting our connection to Mother Earth. But it's really important to our health. It's really important to our body. Grounding affects the living matrix in the body, which is the central connector between the living cells. So that matrix that connects all the cells in our body. The electrical conductivity exists within the matrix that functions as an immune system defense, similar to what antioxidants do, right? So one thing is for sure, that humans in the Western world in particular, they've virtually lost touch with the earth. We spend so much time indoors. We are no longer one with nature. We don't grow our own food. We don't, like, people don't even mow their own lawns anymore. We're outsourcing everything within our own garden, in our own space. We don't, if we lived in an apartment, we don't get out into the local park, walk around with our shoes off. We wear shoes all the time. We cover our bodies with clothes and toxic chemicals in sunscreens and lotions and soaps and perfumes. We literally have gone right away from natural, anything earthy. And we use a lot of plastic. We don't even use wood for anything anymore. Everything is synthetic. And even our lifestyle, indoors, watching TV, on devices, fake lights, fake everything, when we really should be getting back to getting outside in nature and connecting to the earth. The earth was put here to heal us in so many ways. What this earth provides for us, whether it be the electrons that help balance our body, or whether it be plants as our food, animals as our food, plants as our medicine. We have gone all right away from that, and we are living a very fake, synthetic lifestyle based on what a TV or a box in the corner of our lounge room tells us what to do, or social media tells us what to do. We need to start thinking for ourselves and start realizing that outside of our phones and devices and houses, there is a lot that is going to help balance our body and heal us. A lot of us, we've been taught to be scared of the sun as well. We get our food from a store. We don't grow our own food. And it's sprayed with chemicals. Nothing is grown or harvested by us, and nothing's natural anymore. We have no direct connection to the earth. We wear shoes, sunglasses, all of those things. So we want to look at stripping things back a little and really starting to reconnect with the earth. You see, like, tribes and villages, like in little islands and things like that, they're still connected to the earth. They still grow their own food. They still, hunt. They all gather around food. They all gather around these things, and they're a community-based village or tribe or whatever it is. We don't even have community-based things anymore. We are so far removed from all of these things, and we're very solitary that we haven't really learned how to reconnect with ourselves, let alone other people in a village type of situation or a group type situation. So just think about how good you feel after a day out in the sun, out in nature, walking around. How good do you feel if you've been outside for the day? Now, obviously, the weather affects a lot of things. I'm very lucky to live in a country that there's a lot of sunshine and I can get outside a lot. But I did live in England at one point and I did get outside and, the snow, obviously, it affects things. The rain obviously affects how we get outside, but we're still connecting to nature. If so, what if we get wet? So what if we're a little bit cold or a little bit uncomfortable? We need to step out of our comfort zone to reconnect with the earth. So grounding can be done outdoors by laying on the natural earth. Like, don't put things down. Just go and lay on the earth. You can have your clothes on, obviously. Your neighbors might not be happy with you laying in your backyard, no clothes on. But there's nothing wrong with laying out there in no clothes, by the way. That's awesome for healing. But laying or walking on barefoot on the grass, or you're submerging yourself in naturally flowing water, not the local swimming pool. We want a lake, a creek, the ocean, any sort of water. Submerging yourself in that is going to help ground you. So there's a lot of research and studies that show improvements in with conditions like chronic fatigue, chronic pain, inflammation, anxiety, depression, sleep issues, cardiovascular disease, just by getting outside and grounding. I go outside to hang out the washing and I take my shoes off and I walk on the grass. That's just one little aspect of grounding that I do. When I'm not feeling fantastic or emotional or a little bit down, I go straight to the beach, walk through the water, and it changes everything for me. It is my happy place. So our bodies, when we're inside all the time, our bodies build up positive static electric charges that can't be released unless we connect to the ground, with our feet or our body at some point. Then what happens is grounding neutralizes those positive charges by absorbing the negative electrons to balance you out. So the negative electrons from the earth balance out the positive charges in your body, and it absorbs that for you, and then we take on the earth's charges. So then we're neutralizing what's going on in our body. If you're staying inside all the time, this is why your energy is low. It affects our whole energetic body, not just what we see physically, but our vibration. If our vibration will be low if we don't connect to the earth. When we connect to the earth, the electrons we absorb work as natural antioxidants that neutralize the positively charged free radicals that cause oxidative stress. Stress that damages the body and causes health conditions like thyroid and autoimmune disease. If you look up oxidative stress or you listen to my podcast on oxidative stress, you will know that it is the leading cause of most diseases. Free radicals do damage to our body and cause all these issues in our body, and it causes oxidative stress. It's like rust in our body. It's like when you cut open an apple and it goes brown, it's oxidizing, right? That's oxidative stress in the apple. This is what happens in our body when we have too many free radicals. So getting outside and walking on the grass or laying on the grass or sitting under a tree, that's going to help boost our electronic charges, and we're going to neutralize that. So there's so many amazing ways you can do grounding. Like I said, go for a walk in nature, touch things, like obviously not dangerously, right? But have a swim. You don't have to go deep, just like submerge yourself in some water. Don't worry about the cold. It will, I mean, I'm talking about, not talking about like ice and things like that, right? A lot of us won't go in the water because of our hair or our makeup, or it's a little bit chilly. Step out of your comfort zone, get in the water, walk around along sand, go to the local lake, sit by the lake. Just that sound, just the fresh air, nature, the animals in the background is all going to bring down your stress levels, reduce your cortisol. The sunshine is going to help produce the cortisol from your eyes. No wearing sunglasses, right? Because we want to get that sunlight into our eyes. I'm not telling you to go and sit out at midday. So there's many different ways that you can do grounding, and you can do it as it's enjoyable. I found that it helped calm my nervous system. It helped me get some sleep. When I would go out the back, my backyard of my house, I would have my shoes off. I'd go in the morning, I'd get out of bed, have my celery juice or my lemon water, my aloe vera, go outside and look into the sun, not directly into the sun, but towards the sun, to build up that cortisol in my body. And I would do some deep breathing exercises. I always do a lot of my breathing exercises, meditation, all of those things outside. They are so much more effective outside, whether it be under a tree, whatever. But these deep breathing exercises that I would do, deep breathing squats, just everything really slow, because we want to reduce the cortisol, right, in our body. We want to reduce the stress. Everything is so fast paced in life at the moment that we think that we have to continually be fast, and slowing down is lazy or it's not right for our body. But the best thing that you can do is slow down. So when I was doing these deep breathing squats, really slowly, deep into the tummy, outside, it was so powerful, because grounding has so many benefits to your mental health, your emotional health, your physical health. You know, it's amazing for sleep. I can tell you right now, if you want to get some sleep, go outside. Just go outside and no shoes. So you can artificially ground with grounding mats and sheets and things like that. I have never used them because I think connection to the earth is way more important, way more positive. It raises your vibration. I don't want to spend money on something that is going to help me do something that I can do in my own backyard. I know grounding mats have helped people sleep and whatever. I'm not sure. I can't give you any advice on them because I don't use them. For me, it's about connection to the earth. That's the most important thing that we have lost, that we have all gone away from. Connect to the earth, connect to your food, connection with people. Connection is so important. Connection to yourself. This is what's important. If you don't do these things, your healing will just be sort of a slow paced. You're doing all the physical things, and sometimes you feel good and then other times you don't. If you want to feel good all the time, get outside, put your phone down. Do not take your phone with you. Do not take any device with you. If you take anything, take a book. You might take your phone so you can follow along with some qigong, which I love, tapping, things like that. Go and do them outside. The only time you can take your phone is when you're going to follow something along like that, Tai Chi. But we are talking about reducing stress. If you're not reducing your stress, you're not healing. You're only halfway there. So let's focus on connection to all of the aspects we talked about. That's what's important. The benefits of being outside far outweigh the benefits of being inside. I know there's weather and all those things that I've spoken about, but sometimes we have to step out of our comfort zone. If you're not an outdoorsy person, you don't like nature walks and things, you don't have to go on a walk. Sit under a tree. Sit, lay, try and get out of your head that it's not comfortable. I really don't love the feel of grass, but I've had to get that out of my head. I don't like the smell of it even. I don't know what it is, but I had to get that out of my head. But that's also why I go to the beach. I love the feeling of the sand. I love the sound of the ocean. I love everything that it brings, the smell, absolutely everything. Find your space that you love. Find the space that you love to, just be yourself, be with yourself. You don't need always to have people around either. So there's two different things. Connecting to yourself and learning about yourself is very important. It's very important to, you'll find that your thoughts will go in a much more positive direction if you're outdoors in nature. Connect back to nature, get back into plant medicine. All of the things that the earth provides is here for you to heal. Get that into your mindset. Get out of your mindset that you need pharmaceuticals and devices and media. I don't watch the news. I don't do any of that. Sometimes I'm like, what's happening in the world? People go to me, oh, did you see this? I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about, because it's stressful. Reduce the stress in your life. Take all the noise out. Start to connect back in with yourself. And if something doesn't serve you, something stresses you out, something pisses you off, get rid of it. So go outside and connect. I love doing all different, nature walks and looking at the beauty of the earth that surrounds us. Even if you live in a big city and it's not that beautiful, or whatever, go and find a space for you that is. Go and find somewhere that is your type of space that you can connect to. It could just be a dirt patch. If that's what you like, go for it. Whatever. Like, you find the space that is right for you, because this is what's going to help raise your vibration, raise your energy. The amount of things that grounding does for you, for your mind, for your soul, for your body, it's huge. And until you go and do it on a regular basis, it doesn't have to be daily, but on a regular basis, a couple of times a week, you will start to see the benefits. I know that in wintertime, I feel very different than I do in summertime, because I'm out more in summertime. You're more inclined to get out. But wintertime, you don't get out as much, and you start to feel the difference in your body. Start to take note of how you feel as well. Start to be aware of what makes you feel good and what does not. And grounding, I can promise you, will start to make you feel much, much better. If you would love some help with this, let's talk. Like, let's have a consultation, because I give people all these practices in order of how they should do them, right? You know that I always work on the physical first. We don't want to do everything at once. We don't want to be overwhelmed, because we will stop doing it. What we want to do is just add in a few things at a time, but you need to be focused on yourself. And this is what I'm going to get you to do. It may be difficult, it may trigger you, but it is something that is extremely important for your growth and healing and for the rest of your life. My program that I will write for you is based on your own needs, but it is an educational program that you will create new habits for the rest of your life. This is something you're going to do forever. This is not a 6-week thing. It's not a short-term fix. It's a long-term fix, a long-term healing program. So go to the link in my bio, book in a consultation, and let's start working together. This is all the type of information you're going to get, but it will be put into step-by-step program that won't overwhelm you. So go to the link in my bio. Make sure you follow this podcast, share it with people. Let's get it out there, helping people be healthy, boost their wellness, not just for people with thyroid and autoimmune disease. Everybody should be doing these things, connecting to the self, connecting to the earth, connecting to people that they are aligned with. So thank you for listening in. And next week, I have no idea what the podcast will be, but I will make sure that I post about it.